Hello, this is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends Blogspot. It is Wednesday evening, October 25th, 2006, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some stocks for trading tomorrow. On the screen right now, I've got Applied Materials, symbol AMAT, A-M-A-T. And if you saw the earlier video, the review of the market close, you saw that the semiconductors were setting up a positive divergence that is on the hourly time frame. And here we can see that Applied Materials has pulled back down towards that rising 50-day moving average. It's kind of struggling between that 50 and 200-day moving average, but I think it's a good bounce candidate in here. And let's take a look at why. First of all, on the hourly time frame, we've got that same type of divergence set up here that we saw with the SMH, and that should be obvious as it's one of the main components in there. But what we saw was that this sell-off to lower lows in here 2 days ago occurred with a higher MACD, meaning that the intensity of the selling wasn't quite as strong. So typically I associate that with less fear in the market. The emotional money kind of got driven out over here. Now we've got some stops being hit, that sort of thing, and the market's in a good position to turn around. Here's how I'd like to see it pan out before I would decide to actually jump in. What I'd like to see AMAT do would be to first trade above $17.40. If it can do that, I would then put a stop at about $17.15. And I'd be looking for a move up towards about $18.20. So if it were to pan out in that way that I just laid out, we would be risking about 25 cents to make the potential of 80 cents in here for AMAT. ChinaMed, CMED, Dynavax Technologies. Let's take a look at the daily time frame first. You can see that it's struggling with the 200-day moving average as well, but we've got the 10 above the 20 above the 50. That's good enough for me, and I'm saying if we can just tie these highs that it's just seen recently here near 26.5, that I think is a pretty good objective on the upside. What I'd like to see happen in here would be a pullback down towards about 24.75, and then for the stock to make it back up above 25.10. Once it's done that, I would consider it as a potential purchase candidate. I'd put my stop at about 24.70, and I'd be looking for the stock, like I said, to move up to about 26.5 or so. So you can see that the height of the amount of risk we'd be taking is definitely justified by the potential for the reward up to 26.5. The last stock I'm going to mention here is $1.24, and stick around for that, by the way. DVAX we looked at yesterday. This is Dynavax. I've still got these lines drawn in from earlier when we were looking at it, but basically the same setup. I want to see the stock trade above $6.40. Then I would consider the stock as a potential purchase candidate. I then put my stop actually below this level right here. Put my stop at about $6.13. So that'd be a risk of, what would that be? That'd be 27 cents, I guess. And still looking for a target up near about $7.20. So would you risk, what did I say? So 27 cents to make approximately 80 cents. Seems like a good risk reward to me. I've only got one short that we're going to look at. That's BioCryst Pharmaceuticals, BCRX. You can see on the 10-minute time frame that the sellers are in control here. And it saw a little rally here at the end of the day, so I like to see that. Now I want to look for some weakness. First of all, let's look at this daily time frame, because you can see that this chart's a mess, but I think it's probably going to come back down and test that 50-day moving average again. So we'll set our price target at about $10.60. And we'll look to sell the stock short below $10.55. At that point, I would risk it to about $10.71. So risking 16 cents for the potential to make hopefully about 95 cents. That is, sell it short below $11.55, stop at $11.71, 16 cents away, and a target of $10.60. Now, the last stock here is a penny stock. It's stock traded. Closed at $1.23 today. You can see it had big volume on this move over here recently, and that brought the stock from $1.05 to about $1.32. So let's just call that, just to keep it round number, 25 cents. That added to this recent low would give me a measured move objective up at about $1.45 for this stock. Now looking at the daily time frame, you can see that $1.45 looks reasonable here based on the daily time frame. It's contending like a lot of stocks with this declining 200-day moving average, but we saw such big volume in there and low volume in here that I think the stock can push back that past that 200-day moving average, similar to the way ADSX did today. Looking at the weekly time frame, you can see that looking more aggressive than about that $1.45 level, I think is not really called for. So what I'd like to see on this stock is for it to trade above these recent highs here that it's seen at $1.24. Once it trades above that, I would buy the stock at $1.25, setting my stop at $1.19. So risking 6 cents and looking for about $1.45 for the upside target in CMGI Corp, symbol CMGI.